everyone, welcome back to the channel of hope and encouragement. My name is Joy, and today I want to finish up with the topic bearing with one another, but it's a wide topic which I'll be checking once in a while. And I want to say that it is not easy to deal with someone's weaknesses, and many other times when dealing with the vulnerable, it is likely for one to think of themselves higher than they should. You feel you're superior than this other person, and many a times we even tend to take people for granted. When you're dealing with maybe a vulnerable person, you feel they are under you, so you can intimidate them, you can control them. You find that even when you're calling them in the office, sometimes you're in the office, but because you feel superior, you want them to wait. It is not right. Actually, the Bible in the book of Galatians 6:3 says that if you think of yourselves more high than you should, you are a nobody. Read chapter 3, that's the Bible, not me. So we need to look at people the way God sees them. No one is perfect. We are all equal before God. In fact, everyone is normal until you get to know them in a personal way. So let us see people as God sees them and not treat them not treat them ill. And sometimes we tend to take people for granted in relationships. Maybe your spouse did something wrong that really upset you. You take them for granted, even with the fact that they are trying to make the ends meet and they are trying all they can to save the relationship. You don't have that forgiving heart. You're not tolerant. So we need to be accommodative and bear with people's weaknesses. You may take someone for granted. This person will try their level best to retain the relationship, but it gets to a point when they give up and they will walk away. You will lose them, and it is until then you will realize what you had. It is until then, when it's too late, that you know what this person meant to you. So we need to be cautious how we relate with one another. Let us do as the Bible calls us to do, to bear with someone's weakness, to be humble, to be gentle, to be forgiving and tolerant. Sometimes we take people for, with friendships, we take people for granted. You feel that this person is a nobody. And people meet. You may need this person in future. You may meet them somewhere and you will need their help. So we need to be more accommodative and friendly with others. And I want to say that I know there are those people that are hard to deal with, hard to relate with, even in relationship. We have spouses who, no matter what you do to them, no matter how you treat them, no matter how you pamper them, they will never appreciate or reciprocate. So in that case, you may need to bear with them, yes, if no threats are involved and no beatings. So you may need to bear with them, but if they are very difficult, then you need to find someone that you trust and keep them close, so that whenever you feel you need to speak up, you share with them, which makes it easier for you to be able to handle this person, because you cannot bear with someone's weakness when you yourself you have some issues within you that are bothering you. So you need to have someone very close that you trust, to always run to them whenever you feel it's too much for you to bear. Because if you end up keeping it withholding, it will end up wounding your heart, and you will end up even hurting this other person, because you'll be bitter and with pain. You'll end up causing more harm than good to one another. So have someone that you can run to, maybe a family member you trust, or even a friend or a mentor. You can even seek counseling from an organization, so that you get to heal yourself to be able to live with this other person. And I want to say that we need to be more tolerant with people, because everyone has their weaknesses. Even pastors, they have their weaknesses. It's only that they have learned the secret, the art of soaking themselves in the Lord. So for you to be able to live with someone who's going through stuff, and they're always offensive. You need to work on your inner heart and seek God more. I know there are those people who don't believe in God. Well, I believe at least you have people you can share with. Let me say that if you are in a relationship or living with someone that is abusive, they are very violent. And violent, I mean they beat you, they threat you, then you don't need to be tolerant with such a person. You need to be cautious with them. In fact, if you can give them space, the better, because where threats and beatings are involved, then you need to save yourself before it's too late. Yeah, you love them from a distance. Love yourself enough to give this person space, other than staying there and it gets worse. As I was saying, pastors have learned the art of soaking themselves in the Lord. So for you to be able to relate with people without that feeling of resentment, you need to share whatever is bothering you with someone. And you also, as a believer, you need to you need to get more intimate with God, soak yourself in Him, and let your heart rest in His peace. And by so doing, you will also need to let His love, His grace, and His strength to fill and fuel you, and you will be able to get the strength and the excitement to be able to handle someone's weaknesses. And when you have the peace of God within you, when you let His grace, His love, and His strength to fill and fuel you, then you are at peace with yourself. And dealing with someone's weaknesses comes naturally. So we need to be more we need to be we need to be more tolerant with people. We need to bear their weaknesses. We need to deal with our hearts, so that it becomes easier for you to relate with other people's weaknesses. It is not easy. It only takes the grace of God. It is good to open up, speak out more. Don't withhold things upon yourself, which makes it hard for you to be able to bear with your partner. So let us not take people for granted. Let us be more accommodative, more friendly, more forgiving, and by so doing, we obey the law of Christ. Let us be gentle on how we talk to people, and understand their emotions. If someone does not feel like talking, sometimes it can show physically. So learn each other as they talk. Learn their body talk. You can tell when someone doesn't feel like talking, because when you end up talking to them at that moment, they may end up overreacting. So let us respect people and make the world a better place to live for each and everyone. And that's all I had for today. Thank you so much for your time. Kindly, if you feel blessed by my inspirations, remember to subscribe to my channel, the channel of hope and encouragement. And remember to press the notification bell, so that you get the new videos from me. Otherwise, God bless you so much, and thank you so much for your time. Blessings.